What's up, YouTube? I'm here with Twitch chat, and today we're talking about Pokimane. You may say hi, chat, by the way. Go ahead, say hi to YouTube, everybody. Say hi. I would like to preface by saying this is not just drama, okay? This is pretty serious shit. Oh my god. Pokimane. Boy, Jake Lucky made this tweet. He said, Pokimane has come forward about a higher up in the industry who was faking a romantic relationship with her in order to manipulate several women in the space. Bro, what do you mean? How do you fake a relationship with somebody in order to manipulate people? What? Making up fake stories and Discord conversations with Pokimane in order to gain their trust and solicit photos. Oh my god, what? They actually tried to pretend to be Pokimane's girlfriend. That's insane.
Someone that I and many streamers have been working with for years, who was also employed at a large company in the industry, has targeted and manipulated girls, specifically in my community, by falsifying a romantic and sexual relationship with me, leaking privileged information he gathered from his job, as well as threatening to harm himself if these girls turned against him.
What? Okay. Whoa. Time out. I thought this was just like, I thought it was like a little bit of drama, like some simp was like, holy crap. Somebody works probably for Twitch. That's what I'm guessing. And had access to Pokimane's private information and was falsifying information that he had gotten from his job from corporate and was using it to take advantage of people, faking a sexual relationship with her. What in the hell? I know y'all hate it, okay? I know there's a lot of people in there, a lot of people who be like, when women talk about their issues, right? And I know there's a lot of you guys who are skeptic, right? You'd be like, this, there's no way, right? This cannot. Listen, dude, never in a million years will a top guy content creator will ever have to face something like this, right? We already know that Pokimane has been the target of something like this billions and billions of times, right? I cannot imagine just existing as a top female content creator. And this is the bullshit you have to deal with because of these freaking incel men. Like, oh my God, it's disgusting.
He is well networked in the industry. He knows many streamers.
Call his name.
He has helped us with many things. This was someone that we were genuinely grateful for their help. A few months ago,
say it.
A few girls in my community came forward to me with some concerns and asked to speak to my manager. They proceeded to send my manager countless screenshots and videos of their conversation with him, proving the lying and manipulation that was going on. He would reach out to girls that he knew were like in my chat or viewers of mine. He would approach them, and because of his connections with streamers and the company he worked at, he seemed like a very trustworthy individual. He would then tell the girls that he's suicidal and deals with mental health issues, which of course would garner him a lot of sympathy. And again, these girls are so sweet, so of course they would hear him out.
I'm pretty sure you guys remember, I just got finished talking about some scumbag who did this. The voice actor, Tignari, I can't remember his name. Common manipulation tactic. I fucking hate that so much. People use that common suicide manipulation tactic. Elliot freaking Gendy, dog. Oh, it triggers me so badly. It triggers me so badly because you guys know that I know more than anything when it comes to actual people and we've lost. To use that as a weapon to control somebody else, that brings out something visceral in me. I've had friends who've been controlled in relationships because a boyfriend or a girlfriend, they'd be like threatening that. That's terrible to put onto somebody else.
And then once he felt that he gained their trust enough, he would start sharing these photoshopped Discord conversations with me. Like he would share it with them, but they were of me and him, as well as making up like wild stories about me. He acted like he knew and hung out with me and my friends in person. This is someone I've never met. I've never hung out with them, let alone had any relationship with past, talking about only work-related things.
What? So Lucky said this individual was not named in order to protect the anonymity of the women involved, but was fired following an investigation. The individual worked at a well-known company in the streaming industry. They would send fake explicit photos of Pokimane to the women in order to solicit explicit photos of them back. What? They were trying to exchange nudes of Pokimane he was trying to use fake nudes of Pokimane to get nudes of...
Mind you, I'm giving you like the summarized version. Even I haven't seen all the evidence that they sent my managers for my own mental health. Like, the girls were kind enough to be like, you shouldn't see this. Like, let us send it to your manager. He laid this groundwork over months and months. Like, he's been doing this for basically the 2 years that I've known or worked with him every now and then, which makes me so fucking mad to know that this was going on, like, right under my nose for so long. He claimed that his relationship with me made him suicidal, and he used this to make the girls feel like they couldn't turn their backs on him and to think that, like, I was an evil person. He told elaborate stories of our alleged sexual encounters in detail to girls that are, like, in my community, things that obviously never occurred. He created fake screenshots as evidence, Discord logs. When he and I would talk about work things, he would then take that conversation and, like, edit the second half of it to, like, look inappropriate or weird. I don't even want to go into details because it's really fucking gross. He would use, like, inappropriate photos, like nudes that weren't of me, and he would send them to the girls and say that it was me. He also leaked confidential information to these girls to gain their trust. For example, let's say he worked at a company that sponsored me.
I need a name. I want a name. Pokimane. I'm gonna hit up Pokimane right now. I'm gonna hit up Pokimane right now. I'm gonna say, hey, look, just tell me who it is. I won't say it was from you. Just give me a name, and then we keep it hush hush. I'll save my sources private. If anybody knows who it is, I want a fucking name. This man needs to be called out. He needs to be made an example. That is disgusting.
Tell the girls how much I made to, like, make himself seem like, oh, I know so much and I'm so important. And afterwards, he would then try to develop romantic and sexual relationships with these girls. After gaining their trust, he would hit on them, offer to fly them out, meet up in person, buy them gifts, ask for inappropriate photos of them after sending them fake inappropriate photos.
That's textbook predator. Oh my God. I need to put this guy on the thumbnail. I want people to see his face. I want to say, somebody said, in all honesty, how does hiding the name protect potential future victims? Yes, I understand protecting the victims currently, but just say his name to protect everyone? Question mark. Somebody said it doesn't. It's for legal reasons due to defamation being a serious crime. I see. Defamation. Everyone in the comments section, by the way, is basically saying drop the ad. Why not call the person out? This is disgusting. Everybody wants this man.
And it was also really bothersome to me to find out about all of this and be told, well, yeah, there's really not much that you can do. There's no legal course that I can really take, even though this has caused so much harm to so many people.
No legal course.
Luckily, the one thing that we have been able to do is that it prompted an investigation at the company where he worked, and he was let go once the investigation completed. And I am so extremely grateful that one of the girls was willing to talk to the investigators, because if she wasn't, there would have actually been nothing that we can do. He would have kept his job. He would have been able to maybe go on and do much worse things. Even now, it frightens me to think about what he might do next. Even if he has kind of, like, since the investigation ended, kind of disappeared, I'm sure he'll find something else to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know who he may try to manipulate in the future, even though I'm not going to let it fucking happen anywhere in this industry or anywhere near me.
That's the scary part. The scary part is that he still has her information, and so he can still probably use whatever he learned.
I also want to add that using mental health or suicide as a way to manipulate others or threatening to harm yourself in order to control someone,
please say it,
is absolutely not okay. I feel I've spoken about this situation pretty matter-of-factly thus far, but to those that care for me and to those in my community, I want to share my perspective a bit. Or do I?
Now it's time for the Pokimane take. Fuck this nigga. His name was Robert Paulson, right?
Basically, it's because like one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about it,
you know, Pokey would say it,
was in hopes that it could help me and the girls that he manipulated, like, move on from this.
Oh, That's rough. Because that's like if something happened to me, right? And if somebody was using me, Jesus Christ, and then people were manipulating you guys, using me for 2 years. That's really heavy. Poor thing. I need a name. I need a name. He needs to be blacklisted. I want blood. I want blood!
When I first found out, which was a while ago, I basically like fully went numb and I just went into like problem solving mode. Like, how do we remove this person from the position of power that he holds? How do we help the victims? What do we do to make this right? As I mentioned earlier, it was quite a while ago, and the investigation took so fucking long, and the whole time I had to pretend like everything was okay so that he wouldn't find out about it. And even that was just so yucky and uncomfortable. And my numbness slowly turned into anger. Just anger that someone would use my name, my reputation, my trust, and the trust that these girls had in me to then manipulate them for his own benefit. It's just so fucking disgusting. It's more than disgusting. It's evil.
Yeah, it's pretty evil. I think that's the TLDR of it. I think her Pokimane's take is obviously she's hurt and she's disgusted. That's Pokimane, guys. Look, Pokimane gets a lot of hate online from people. Just realize, right? This is probably just public information that she's going through, that she's probably spreading or sharing. I feel like the amount of hate that she receives is just overwhelming. You do not want to be in her position. A lot of the hate that she receives, some people say they justify based on her personality, her character, whatever. I do think a lot of it has to do with the fact that she's a woman and she just exists. That's it, man. Have some sympathy, please. I don't know how many more stories that you guys have to hear, like these Atriox stories, these deepfakes, her having porn versions of that, people using it. Like, I don't know how many more stories you need to hear to at least try to have sympathy for the women in the gaming community and the Twitch community and the streaming community. Have some sympathy. Please give them the benefit of the fucking doubt. That's all I'm trying to say.